Welcome everybody to the Hard Hitting Wrestling Show. It is the HHW Show podcast presented by CMG Sports. Please follow us on our website, hhwshow.com, and also on your YouTube, Instagram, Twitter, Facebook. We're all over social media. And of course, you can always follow us and listen to us on your favorite podcast platform. Yes, indeed. We are getting set for the updates of Money in the Bank, plus some breaking news that's going around already this weekend and what happened yesterday with a certain superstar with a DUI, and of course, Mr. Slam, our fantasy brackets, who is the GOAT of SummerSlam. So let me bring in my guest. Well, it's not my guest, it's my other host, Hector Vasquez. My friend, what's up, dog? How you doing?
What's going on? Kind of throwing us off. We're kind of changing different days here, so kind of throwing
Yeah,
off a little
it was
bit.
a little delay of just a conflict of schedule. This is the time of year where schools are getting out. A lot of outside sports are finishing up and everything else.
Hmm.
So, finally we're getting together. Finally we're getting together, trying to get our information across. So, but yeah, man, there's a lot of news. You ready to get
Yeah,
started?
let's do this,
Yeah,
man.
man,
Let's
let's
get
get
it going.
started. And once again, follow us on Twitter, OV_HHW Show, Frank Cuesta, and Hector Jr. 1974. And listen, next week, June 21st, 8:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, it is locked in. We have a special guest, Jenny Santana. Yes, Jenny Santana. She is the general manager of the Ultimate Woman of Wrestling. She will be here and to discuss more about the product of UWW as they get set for their second show in Las Vegas on July 9th. So please stay tuned to the HHW Show podcast. It'll be live. You don't want to miss it. Breaking news, Jeff Hardy gets arrested Monday morning, or I should say Monday. Yeah, pretty much it was still morning for a DUI. It was broadcasted on by TMZ as they published it, and it showed the video of him getting arrested, the whole ordeal by the time he got pulled over to the time he had to do a sobriety test and everything else. And it just left the question, man, what is going on with Jeff Hardy? Why is he continuously making these unthoughtful decisions?
Yeah, just the same thought I got here. I mean, because you would think that when you make a mistake, it often kind of serves as a motivation to learn from it. And it's okay for us to make mistakes, but when you continue making the same mistake over and over and over, are you really learning from it? Are you really taking the advice from people, that is trying to reach out and help you? Think about the stress you put on people who continue helping you over and over and over. I know we shouldn't give up on people, but when is enough enough? I mean, this man has done this in every single organization that he's been with. And it's like, you don't want to give up on the man because you don't want to see him doing something worse later on, like God forbid, take his own life, But
Right.
seriously, I mean, I think wrestling should be the last thing he needs to worry about. He needs to really get himself checked in and stay there, you know. I mean,
Right,
because
but I mean, how
obviously,
many times do you got to do this? Because look, before we even get started, Matt Hardy had a comment, and I found this on Twitter on Wrestling Inc. And he stated, "It was disheartening to hear the news about my brother yesterday. Recovery isn't a linear process, and I'll continue doing whatever I can to help my brother be healthy. Being healthy and well is the most important thing for Jeff, his wife, his children, and our family at this time." And yeah, about how many times do we're going to hear that? Okay. And yes, I understand when substance abuse, man, it's rough. Believe me, I understand. Substance abuse is no joke. Once you're addicted to something, it's hard. People have relapse and everything else, but the point is not about drinking and everything else. The point is you're drinking and driving. It just show carelessness that you're not thinking about the other people that are on the road. And according to that video, that police officer has said they received numerous calls, 911 calls about that car. Okay. And in the middle of all that, he did say that he had to go to an appointment to get his brain checked out. He was supposed to get a brain scan or something. All right. I don't know how much all that is true, but then I reflect to the AEW pay-per-view event that happened a couple of weeks ago. Matt Hardy was not Matt Hardy. Okay. When he entered the room, or I'm sorry, entered the ring, he wasn't himself. And I said to myself, oh my God, what is wrong with Matt Hardy? Now they were blaming it on concussion that he had that Friday or whenever that previous match he had with Darby Allin. Listen, if you were dealing with a concussion, why are you wrestling? There's got to be a protocol in place for AEW or for any professional sports, whether it's a legit sports or sports entertainment, that you got a concussion. There's got to be a protocol when you could come back and wrestle. Look at Samoa
Well,
Joe.
okay, well that
He was
goes
the
the
same
same
way.
thing. Well, that goes with Cody Rhodes. I mean, there should be a protocol. If you have a real life serious injury, you don't need to be in that ring. I don't care how important the main event is. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
you messing with somebody's life, and the argument will be, well, if somebody like Cody can go in the ring with an injury, then I can go in the ring with a concussion, which it doesn't make sense. I understand, but people
Mm-hmm.
would wrestlers would justify it. Superstars would justify it because someone else is doing it, and that should not be. It has to be clear across the board, no matter what organization you
I feel like
wrestle.
y'all been lied to, man. I feel like I was lied to. I feel like, you're blaming it on concussion, you blame it on something else, injuries or whatever. But this guy's was drinking. So do you mean to tell me that he was drinking and was wasted before he went to the match? Because he wasn't moving. You see what I'm saying? And yo, he ended up doing all those maneuvers at first. As soon the match kept on and on and on, the more he was getting into it. So it was
And
almost
you
like he had to warm up to it.
and you would
You know
think
what I mean?
somebody in the
Yeah.
back would have seen this and would have called an audible in the match. To me, Jeff Hardy is not holding himself accountable.
Mm-hmm.
I know people are not. I know people. Nobody's holding him accountable, but he's not holding himself accountable for the mistakes that he's making. Okay, what is it going to take for him to take somebody's life before he really starts changing? We don't need to get to that point. I don't want that
No.
to be anybody's, mother, father, or children. It doesn't need to get to that. He needs to get himself checked in and stay there. Okay, that's the best thing he can do for himself, for his family at that. I mean, this is just getting out of control, man.
Out
Really
of
out of
control
control.
indeed. And we had that storyline in WWE, with Sheamus, right?
Right.
He put his business out there to help others, and we understood and everything. And yeah, we were very, very sorrow for his release, from the WWE. But at the same time, look, did somebody know something about it? Was it something that maybe he had a relapse, or maybe he just had that attitude? I want to know the truth to why he left WWE. you
Right.
know, because look, you can only do so much, and if that person doesn't is not willing to understand and cope with the situation, to be legit, then you got to cut your losses. And I
Yeah.
feel like maybe the truth is that WWE cut their losses with Jeff Hardy, not so much for the storylines or why you're not using Jeff Hardy in this and this and that. Oh, and people always want to complain, but they don't even know what's going on behind the scenes. I can only make an assumption that could probably be it, because you just don't all of a sudden go like this and
Yeah.
then boom. This is a relapse where, yeah, you did it, and then all of a sudden you continue to the point, dude, you're in the middle of the day. The
Yeah.
middle of the day, bro. This is not like 2, 3 o'clock in the morning. This is the
I
middle
mean,
of the day and you're drunk.
yeah. I mean, that's like one of us showing up to work, under the influence of anything. We'll be terminated on the spot. You see what I'm saying? I mean, how many jobs out there is going to give you a second opportunity or just send you
Right.
home without pay until you get yourself cleaned up? I mean, I believe Vince McMahon tried to help him out. It didn't work, and
Mhm.
it's just to me, it's a little bit tiring because, dude, Jeff, you got to wake up, dude. You're gonna wind up hurting somebody, if not yourself. Okay, he has to analyze the reasoning behind what's happening here, man. I mean, this is getting out of control. I mean, I feel bad for the man, but if his brother's really going to help him, he really needs to, throw in 100% of this and get his brother checked into something.
Absolutely.
I mean,
And
this
we'll see
is
what's going to happen afterwards here. But moving on to the next story, we got Paige, who on July 7th will be her last day with WWE. I thought she was already gone from WWE. And then all of a sudden, this information came out. I don't know if she was trying to make a comeback or what, but I know she was dealing with some injuries. But it just looks like she's not coming back in the ring. And if she does, it'll probably be with another company. But this is the woman that at a very young age became the youngest Divas champion,
Mhm.
and I would have loved for her to make that comeback, but uh I guess there's just other plans, man. Neck injury is no joke.
No, I mean, Steve Austin knows about that. I mean, she's recognizing something that's serious, and there's no reason to put herself in jeopardy again. Okay, so she did what she had to do in the time that she did. She was great at it. You know, she'd be in the Hall of Fame one day. I mean, I know her career was cut short, but you know, that's
But
the
she's
risk.
done a lot. She's done a
Yeah,
lot. She changed the game
yeah,
in
she sure
wrestling
did.
for the yeah, yes she did. And you can
You
see
know,
that picture. She's holding the NXT title and the Divas championship.
yeah,
So that's
and
pretty amazing there.
being in the business that they are in, that's the risk that you take. Those are the risks that you take.
Talking about risks, Gunther took a risk too because he followed all the directions that was given to him to be on the main roster. The dude lost weight, got in shape, and defeated Ricochet to become the new Intercontinental Champion. And I'm hoping that this is the guy here that makes that belt relevant
Right.
because it's about time that we get that Intercontinental Championship defended on the premium channels.
No, definitely. I mean, I think he's doing everything right. I mean, and even the name change too. I mean, people may not really realize or understand what Gunther means. They may just look at it as a funny name or whatever. But in German, I believe that's an old meaning, or old German meaning like war or battle. And that's something that he brings to the ring. Wherever he's at, he brings that battle to you, and he's going to
That's
definitely
right.
win that war.
He's the
So
battle warrior.
yeah, so I mean, he is
Hmm.
definitely doing things the right way, and it's going to pay off in the long run. And why not? Why can't we see him in the future as a WWE champion? You know what I'm saying? But right now,
Well,
this is going to
listen,
be a
right now Roman Reigns is holding
yeah.
both
Oh yeah,
belts,
yeah,
and it's just like what we talked about before. Hulk Hogan was the only heavyweight champion for a very long time.
yeah.
So what belts was being defended? The
Right,
Intercontinental Championship,
right.
and that's what made it prestigious. Is that we
Exactly.
saw different people being champions. Could we see it this way? Not anytime soon. Gunther is at another level.
Yes.
I've seen him at NXT UK. He made
Mm-hmm.
his presence in NXT, and he was also involved in the Survivor Series, which he was the first one to get eliminated by Drew McIntyre.
Right. Okay. And that was that was a long time ago, and that was like, and before he lost, the UK title, that was the last time he got pinned. So this man is legit in the ring. And yeah, there's not much competition on SmackDown, but I think he's still going to make this title relevant. And so if Sami Zayn thinks he's going to try to pull something, you got another thing coming to you,
I
buddy.
don't think Sami Zayn is even gonna go in that direction. To be honest with you, hell no. But I would love to see Gunther like going against like Sheamus or
Right.
Rich Holland. People in that cap, that height, that built. Because we destined to see a big heavyweight match. I
Yeah.
like that.
We've seen him
Yes,
fight Butch before as Pete Dunne. So
man, let's not go there. I'd rather see Pete Dunne and Ricochet than I see him against Gunther. But speaking about the being champions, the uh unified world titles will be on the line on Friday on SmackDown with Roman Reigns defending against Riddle. Now, should Riddle lose, he cannot go after the championship belts again, ever, while Roman Reigns is champion. Now, this stipulation, I'm gonna tell you right now that you already know Roman Reigns is gonna win on Friday.
correct.
But what you don't know is that there's a loophole in this, and that loophole is the Money in the Bank. Will Riddle be involved in Money in the Bank?
I think he should. I mean, his intensity right now, the way he's changing his drive, it's
Mhm.
not so. I mean, he's very aggressive, and that's what I like to see. It's not he's not playing around too much anymore. He's serious about the task at hand and trying to get those titles. And this may make him even more aggressive when he lose on Friday night. To go after that Money in the Bank. But you're right. He gets that briefcase. What happens then?
Spoiler alert. You ready?
I'm
I'm
ready.
gonna tell you right now. Riddle is losing Friday. They're gonna brag about him not being able to get the belts. Will go in Money in the Bank, win the ladder match, grab the case. Okay, will start a rivalry with Seth freaking Rollins, and something's gonna happen at SummerSlam. I would say Riddle could possibly cash in at SummerSlam and become the world heavyweight champion.
Okay, I saw you. I was on the right road with you, but
And
then I
then I
went.
left you.
I left a different way because I had a similar beginning, but a different
Mhm.
ending to the whole Riddle and the Money in the Bank.
Okay.
I could see Riddle winning it, the Money in the Bank, but due to the fact that he cannot get another title shot, as long as Roman Reigns is champion, who is to say that Riddle doesn't interfere in a Roman Reigns match to cause him to lose the titles against someone like Seth Rollins, and then now he can go cash in because it's not Roman
Oh,
Reigns.
I don't know. Well, see, because you got the contract though, that
I know.
overrides everything.
I
I'm
don't
just
know.
saying.
Yeah, yeah,
You know what? I mean, we don't know indefinitely Riddle will be
yeah.
involved in that
Right.
middle. You know what I'm saying? But right now, I don't care who's in there. Seth Rollins got to win that briefcase.
He needs it more than
He
anybody.
is a top heel, and that stuff between him and Roman Reigns is not over.
No,
Nobody saw Seth Rollins and Roman Reigns at Madison Square Garden. You know
yeah.
what I mean? On television, we all see Roman Reigns lose control. Okay. And the
He needs
fact
it.
that, yeah. And remember, a lot of this stuff was changed because Big E got injured.
Yeah.
So that threw
Rollins
everything off.
with
Mhm.
Rollins losing streak to Cody Rhodes, he needs this. I mean, it's a good pickup, beating AJ Styles, but he needs this to solidify himself to
Mm.
get back on that winning track. Because if you're that top heel, almost that second top face in the business, you got to get back on that winning streak. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? So
Absolutely right. All right. We talk about Seth freaking Rollins possibly winning, but he also calls this right here. After a vicious attack by Seth freaking Rollins, Rhodes has successfully had surgery on Thursday performed by Dr. Jeffrey Dugas to reattach his pectoral tendon. Rhodes will face a long recovery and will be unable to compete for 9 months. Those 9 months will take you just before WrestleMania.
mhm.
And who will be his opponent at WrestleMania? And even at that, I mean, it could be sooner. It could be sooner. Okay. But the question is, if he does make it, could he have that match against Roman Reigns?
I don't feel like he would deserve it, but then again, if he's going to be one to bring in the money for the business, then yeah, I could see Cody Rhodes sliding up in there. But then you got whoever wins the Money in the Bank is going to have an argument and could be a triple threat match. All I know is I'm not betting against Roman Reigns until after WrestleMania. He is not losing that title to anyone until after
I
WrestleMania. That's my
like
that's
it.
that that's not my prediction. That's my spoiler.
Okay. All right. Hey, changing things in reality. John Cena met a teenager who has Down syndrome, who fled with the family from Ukraine. Um, he made a special visit, and he dropped everything just to go out there to meet this kid. And now you didn't need a Wish Foundation to make this happen. He willingly went and met this boy, and I couldn't be so much more prouder for John Cena to doing something like that. And this is an example of selfless service. And he's always living it up to his goals, his dreams,
Mhm.
his loyalty to what he does. And I got to give props to John Cena.
Hey, when it comes to outside the ring, being real, I give John Cena all the respect in the world. I mean, this man has done so much for outside of the ring. As the character, I have my flaws with the character and stuff like that, but that's in ring stuff. This man knows what he's doing outside this ring. He's like the ambassador for the WWE. He makes a lot of kids wishes come true. And if he could do it for every single one, he would. I know he can't, but he does his best to make as many possible dreams come true. And that's an awesome thing. My hat's off to John Cena.
And my hats off to him as well. Hey, top 10, here we go. You ready? So this is top 10. You can listen to it on your audio podcast. That's right. Audio podcast with other theme songs. You can jam it in your car or at the gym or wherever you want to go. But hey, from number one, of course, I got Roman Reigns, followed by Bianca Belair, the Usos, Cody Rhodes, Seth Rollins, Bobby Lashley, Austin Theory. Becky Lynch returns to the top 10. Ronda Rousey and RK Bros. Now, yes, RK Bros is split up. Why you got them on there? Listen, they were on top. They were on top. They were in front of the Usos until they lost, and then they just dropped back down. And of course, next month, we're more likely not going to see the RK Bros in the top 10. But what interesting is that Cody Rhodes was flying up there, man. He defeated Seth Rollins 3 times. Okay. And now, man, it's just unfortunate that he just got injured. And the other guy that I'm gonna tell you right now, watch out for Theory. I know I put Austin Theory there, but it's Theory. Theory, he's gonna have his battles with Bobby Lashley pretty soon. So originally I had Lashley as part of the Money to Bank. Now I don't, because I feel like now the target is the United States Championship.
Yeah, I could see that happening. Yeah, I would definitely, if you just had Riddle on here, I would definitely put Riddle in the top four, because of what he's been doing lately. And I'm sure all this is, your top 10 is going to wind up changing because Cody's not
Oh,
there
big
anymore.
time, big times,
Yeah.
man.
So, yeah, Theory definitely is making a push up there. I definitely would have him in the top 10. Becky Lynch is always going to give you something surprisingly week by week. So, she's always going to be the money maker. You got to
Mhm.
keep her in there. I mean,
Look,
I'd
after
rather,
that triple threat match with Bianca Belair, and was Oscar, right? Yeah.
yeah,
Um, those three were solid. I felt like that was one of the best matches that I saw on the last premium.
yeah.
So yeah, expect that to happen. But I need Oscar to win to make it to the top 10.
Yeah,
Honestly.
no, definitely. She's kind of slipped a little bit, but I like Oscar a little bit more than Ronda Rousey. I know Ronda's the champ, but
Yeah, but
she's not doing nothing on SmackDown,
Ronda
man.
Rousey, well, for one, she didn't wrestle the last pay-per-view,
Yeah,
so and then it was like matches are kind of like mediocre.
yeah,
You know what I
yeah,
mean? Like the champion is like watching. I'm sorry, I'm just like watching Ricochet. Yeah, I mean you could wrestle, but your mic skill sucks. I'm
yeah,
sorry, I'm not. I'm not intent. I'm not motivated. You're not showing me that power.
yeah,
Okay, that power to maintain as one of the top 10. And I'm sad to say, but the best two that I know on the mic is Bailey and Charlotte Flair. Those are
yeah,
my two favorites.
yeah.
And I'm
Betty,
waiting for Bailey to come back.
yeah. Where's Frank at? Right, when we need him.
Yeah. Yeah, when you need him. Yeah, Bailey
Hey,
should be there.
I won't be surprised if Gunther continues doing what he's doing with what they're giving him. That you put him in your top 10 in the next 2 3 weeks or so, or maybe 4 weeks from now.
Put him
Because
on the premium, man. Put him
you
on the
know
premium and he'll get there.
he's just beating anybody you put in front of him. I
But
mean,
the bad part about that is that if you're not defending that time on the premium,
yeah,
then why?
yeah.
You're not considered being the top.
But I think
You
right
know what I
now,
mean?
in this case with him, I think it's out of his hands.
Yeah.
He will want to, because he knows what that belt really means. It's not
Mhm.
like the United States title. No, that title, okay, whatever. The Intercontinental title is more prestige than the U.S. title. So he's got
Yes.
something great there. He's in a list with a tons of history. Let's
Hmm.
get that title defended.
Absolutely. Hey, look, we're moving on. We're getting closer because we're going to talk more about Money in the Bank also. But hey, my special guest, once again, Jenny Santana, will be here next week to discuss Ultimate Woman of Wrestling. You don't want to miss it. It'll be live at 8:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. That is next Tuesday night, 8:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Please join us, subscribe to, and share it with everybody. You don't want to miss it. This is the best. And I'm telling you right now, and I'll save my comments for next week. But I'm digging the Ultimate Woman of Wrestling, and I'm hoping that it will skyrocket to be one of the best women in professional wrestling. And if you missed the last one on May 21st, you don't want to miss the next one on July 9th. And that's what we're going to be talking about next week. And speaking
Uh,
about the next premium, we have the Money in the Bank. I love this poster, man. Are they telling, is WWE telling us who's going to win next week?
this is a good possibility. Husband and wife to win it. That will be epic right there, man. Why not? Why not?
You're in Las Vegas. You know what I mean?
Put
Look
all,
at them,
put
man.
all
Look
the
at, look at,
chips in. Put
yeah,
all the
put it
chips
all
in.
in.
You
They
know?
both need to. You know what
Yeah.
I mean? I mean, because honestly, what does Seth Rollins got a game for now? He doesn't have a rivalry. Cody Rhodes is hurt. Becky Lynch is trying to make it back to. I mean, she already downplayed the 24/7 title. She said, "Get this." Pretty much, I'm gonna translate what she said. You ready?
Yeah.
Get this shit out of here.
Yeah.
That's exactly what she said.
You can keep that title. I don't need that title.
But hey, speaking about titles, the Raw Women's Championship, Bianca Belair versus Rhea Ripley. I'm at an early stage of picking Rhea Ripley to be the new champion.
I can't see it. I
You
I
can't
would
see it?
not I would not put a title around Rhea before putting a title around Balor.
Oh
Seriously.
man, it's too late in that game. They don't talk anymore. They're gonna execute, and she's gonna be the queen. It'll change to where she's gonna
it,
be in charge.
if that's, oh my God, if they do that to Judgment Day, I quit with Judgment Day. I quit. It just doesn't look right with her having a title and then the men don't have anything to fight for, because they really don't, unless they're going after
It's
no,
the
I'm not
wrong
gonna
time.
I'm
It's
not
the
gonna say
wrong
that.
time. You might
Exactly.
as well have them go against the Usos.
That's not gonna happen. Because I think it's too early for
It's
the Bloodline and Judgment Day, because Judgment Day is confused. Bloodline is established.
when they're young, they do dumb things, right? Just
Yeah, I guess
saying.
so.
Well,
Yeah.
honestly, look,
Yeah,
when
you're
you're
young
young,
and
you
dumb.
do
Yeah.
dumb things. You trying to like rush the process instead of listening.
Yeah.
Oh no, we don't want to listen to you. We'll just get rid of you because we want to do it this way. And it's probably gonna backfire.
Oh
Just
yeah.
saying. Just
Oh
saying.
yeah. I believe so.
The SmackDown Women's Championship is on the line. Ronda Rousey versus Natalia. I am not sold on Natalia. So right now, I mean, it's Ronda Rousey until we get somebody else. But there's that. I mean, Raquel. I mean, if she's next in line, will she battle against Ronda Rousey? I mean, there's just so much going on, and excuse me, there's rumors about maybe potentially some of these NXT stars now moving up on the roster, and we're not that far away from the draft either. That draft
Yeah.
is coming up.
I think they do need to shake things up, because SmackDown to me is weak. The women's roster on
How did
SmackDown,
ever since Roman Reigns became the unified champion, SmackDown just went downhill,
big time,
big
big
time.
time. It's like
You had
everybody.
a segment for Roman Reigns, a segment for the Usos, and then you can't diss Corbin because Corbin's always fabulous, but then
Mhm,
there's nothing in there.
there
And then
isn't.
again, the tag team division is stale on all parts.
Yeah, definitely.
So
Everything is heavy hitting on Raw, and it's
mhm.
like it's almost like irrelevant to even watch SmackDown. I mean, why would you even want to watch it? Because the Bloodline is like trying to go over they're pretty much taking over SmackDown, so now they go to Raw now. They got all the belts, so, and all the
Do all the
competition.
acting on Raw and then battle it off on SmackDown.
I
There
guess
you
I don't
go.
know.
I mean, if it's budget cuts, then you keep all your wrestlers on both shows. You don't got to do budget cuts no more.
Yeah.
Anyways, hey, check this out. So it's locked in. Lacey Evans Liv Morgan, and Alexa Bliss. They made it to the Money in the Bank. My prediction are the five on the right, and I don't even know how many females are going to be in the Money in the Bank, but I'm assuming the most eight, and these are my favorites going in for Money in the Bank. Asuka, I feel like she's got to sneak in. You got Rhea Ripley, Satsi. That's the game changer right there, and of course Becky Lynch and Raquel. Out of them, is there anyone else that I left off that you think is going to be there and take one out? I mean, what do you got?
I would think Natalia after she loses. I'm just saying, she's going to make a case that she deserves to be there. You got some good names there. I mean, Asuka needs something like this to try to redeem herself. Shotzi and Raquel, well, they're the new faces. Yeah, you got to put somebody in there. I agree with that. You can't leave Becky out of this, so she's automatically got to get in here. But you got to have that even balance here. I know SmackDown really don't have a lot of high caliber talent, but you got to make it look even. So yeah, I could see it. Who could be the wild card? Aaliyah, that girl Aaliyah from SmackDown.
I'm gonna go for Shotzi on that one.
I'm just saying she pulls out upsets. She got the record for beating Natalia, so that could be.
But that's Natalia though.
I know, but
she couldn't manhandle Charlotte.
I know. No.
All right, hey, moving on. Seth Rollins, he's the only one in it right now. But these are my other favorites that I got in there, and I got a feeling my gut's telling me that half of them are going to be in it. After Monday Night Raw, I'm like, I want to change all this, but I got a feeling Riddle will be in it out of spite. Who knows what happens between Kevin Owens and Ezekiel, because Elias is supposed to be back. I'm just curious who's going to play that role, Elias, to be honest with you. But then you also got Drew McIntyre, who's already set on a championship match in Europe in September. Then Finn Balor, or is it Damian Priest? I don't know. This is very hard. And then you have a ladder. There's Ricochet. You need Ricochet in these matches because he can sell it. And then on top of that, if you got him, do you put Kofi Kingston? Because you always got people flying everywhere.
If I had to pick one of the two, I'd rather have Kofi than Ricochet.
You think so?
Yeah, you can't have both. I'd rather have Kofi in there. To me, he'll be more entertaining.
I didn't even tell you about Rey Mysterio. He might have a chance,
Man, no. He needs to stay out of this. He needs to stay out of this. Finn Balor as the leader of Judgment Day being in this, it won't look right because he's not going to win.
Is he really the leader, though?
I think so.
I think egos are going to. I feel like Judgment Day is going to fall apart quick.
I know, right? As fast as it got started, it's going to fall apart. Yeah, I can see that. If you're going to put KO in there, I guess Ezekiel got to be in there.
Then I guess Damian Priest got to be in it. Then I remember Damian Priest being in there for a ladder match to get the North American title. So
I would put him in there besides. Instead of Finn Balor. I would definitely do that. But then that's okay. Then you got Riddle. There's too many Raw guys. Where's the SmackDowns? Okay, I'll take Sami Zayn. Why not? He's comical. You let him think that everything's still a conspiracy. I would put him in there over, before I would put Drew McIntyre.
Oh, no, if you're going to survive after he lost the match, making Roman Reigns wrestle.
That's okay, because he will want to redeem himself for the bloodline, so put me in the ladder match.
Hey, guys, I got the money back, but don't worry, I'm not going to cash it in.
Yeah.
Get out of here. Oh, man. Once again, special guest Jenny Santana will be here next week. Please don't miss it on June 21st, Tuesday night, 8:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Talk about Ultimate Woman of Wrestling. That is the focus for next week's show. And our focus is round 2 of SummerSlam. The fantasy brackets are in. We're going to make a decision who's what. So if you're not staying tuned, please visit hhwshow.com. The brackets are there posted. And we're about to get started with our first match. But before we do, man, let's take a little break real quick, because we're gonna do some real talk on these fantasy brackets. All right, here we go. Round two. Ready? Hey. First round. All right, we're gonna start on the left bracket here, and we know we got our boy Frank. Frank is in the house. He's driving. Boy, you better
What's
know.
up, Frank?
You better pay attention to the road before they pull you over. You join Jeff Hardy.
That's why I look hands free, baby.
Oh, hands
Oh
free.
my gosh.
Oh God, here we go. Whoop whoop.
Only in Florida.
Only in Florida.
Hey.
Which
there is a website that's called that.
only in Florida?
Actually, it's only in Dade, only like Miami-Dade County.
He's
All
gonna
right,
have
moving on.
he's gonna have an alligator pull him over. So you know why I pulled you over.
Alligator. Hey, so we just started the SummerSlam. You just came in right on point, and you know what? Frank even called it yesterday because I explained to him, hey, we have a delay on the show. He was like, dude, by the time I get on, y'all are gonna be talking about SummerSlam, and I'm like, damn, right on key, right on point.
He's the man.
Yeah.
I got looked at funny when I walked out of my job. I'm like, hey, see you guys later. I gotta go.
He did his analytics and he was on point.
Yes. You know what? For once, his facts came out straight, man. So good job. All right, so hey, our first round is the Big Show. Second round, starting with the first match, the Big Show versus Randy Orton. And here we go, man. I'm gonna tell you right now. I gotta get my notes because I don't want to mess it up. I can't do that. But I had Randy Orton passing the round, regardless who it was, whether it was CM Punk or the Big Show. I had Randy Orton winning because he's always successful when it comes to this time in SummerSlam, whether he was given to or he wins outright. This is the guy that has the most wins so far in SummerSlam. Randy Orton would have gotten the job done. He would have kicked the living hell out of Big Show, and he'll be the legend killer in this match real quick. There you go. What you got there, Hector?
I ain't gonna disagree with you. I mean, Randy Orton isn't bigger and he isn't stronger, but he is better. He is better than the Big Show, and we've seen time and time again how he's taking down the Big Show. It doesn't matter. RKO from anywhere, no matter how tall you are, how big you are. So I got Randy Orton.
All right, Frank, you got nothing to say on this one because we agreed. We got Randy Orton all the way. So you keep focusing on the road. Next match, we got Bret Hart versus JBL. All right, so here we go. I don't know why I did this, but I did
Lordy.
it.
Oh lordy.
I picked JBL.
Ay, coño.
And I got a feeling I'm gonna lose this battle real quick because I know, knowing you two, you're always against me anyway. But I picked Bradshaw, man. I had my reasons. I really did. And right now, I just don't got no reason to tell you right now. I picked JBL.
I would like to hear the reasoning here. Because
no, I lied. I knew I read this wrong. I got Bret Hart winning because
Frank, cut him out, please.
No, he can't.
Hey, look. It's simple, man. We all agree it's gonna be Bret Hart.
No, it's Bret Hart. I'm sorry.
It's Bret Hart.
Hey, and the reason why I tell you JBL during SummerSlam, hey, if he ain't getting help by cheating his way through victory compared to the level Bret Hart is, Bret Hart had a lot of phenomenal matches in SummerSlam. And we could recall someone, maybe Shawn Michaels and everybody else. People are going to just talk about that and everything else. But Bret Hart, at the beginning of SummerSlam, he was the one that's running the show more than the Hulkster did. And I'm picking Bret Hart.
Yeah, Bret Hart is the excellence of execution here. You know, he couldn't outmuscle him. strength for strength. But with his techniques in the ring, man, he'll put him in that sharpshooter and end this match. Have him tap out.
Outstanding. Absolutely. All right, Roman Reigns versus Kane. I got Roman Reigns flat out. I mean, this Roman Reigns has always defeated Kane on single matches. Kane does not have a victory. That's why I'm picking Roman Reigns.
Yeah, the big dog. This was his yard in this match right here. Kane will put up a fight for a whole minute, but I think Roman Reigns at the end will win this match. Superman punch, spear, it's over. Ooh.
What in the world was that noise?
Ooh.
You sound like you're constipated.
That wasn't me.
You sound constipated, man. Are you? This got to be that Texas woo.
Well,
that's
see,
what it is.
Look, we're doing this. We're doing this podcast right around my dinner time, so I am kind
of dinner time.
Yeah,
it's 4:19 over there.
I eat early.
I'm sorry.
Wow.
That means he goes to bed early too.
Exactly.
Oh, that means that when we normally do this show on a regular time, you like half asleep there, huh?
Yeah. You know what? Hey, hopefully you're not past your bedtime when John Cena makes his debut back on Raw. But John Cena versus Kofi Kingston. Look, if you guys decided that Kofi Kingston will defeat Daniel Bryan, whatever it is, which is BS, I'm telling you right now, because he messed up my bracket because I had Daniel Bryan beating John Cena, but since now Kofi's there, John Cena is gonna beat Kofi Kingston.
I mean, John Cena might take a trouble in paradise, but at the end of the day, it's you can't see Cena in this match. So Kofi Kingston will give up a gallant fight, but at the end of the day, Cena wins.
Bye, Kofi.
Okay. Hey, I think the rest of the match, we should agree on. Let's see. Hulk Hogan versus The Undertaker, and I picked The Undertaker to stop Hulk Hogan just because it's already happened. It already happened. So,
yes. And if history reminds us, Hulk Hogan had to cheat to beat Undertaker.
Yeah, but do you know that Hulk Hogan was, I think it was 6-0 in SummerSlam?
Yeah.
Okay.
No, he met The Undertaker.
Yeah, until he met The Undertaker.
Yeah,
but see, the Ultimate Warrior was undefeated at WrestleMania. He got knocked out in the first round by Seth Rollins.
We're talking about what?
Yeah, Ultimate Warrior.
Hulk Hogan did what? Oh, Ultimate Warrior. Yeah. Absolutely right.
But yeah, we understand Hogan was undefeated, but Undertaker will win this match.
But yeah, Undertaker.
I was hoping we argued this match.
How you gonna argue with something that we know the facts about, though?
But still, he was still 6-0.
Yeah, you're right.
And then Undertaker squashed him real quick. We're moving on. Brock Lesnar versus Triple H. Now, this was a little bit, yeah. Anyways, this might be tricky. Maybe this is debatable, but I'm picking Brock Lesnar to beat Triple H on this one. I mean, Brock Lesnar on his return, he's been on fire. He's handled his business. SummerSlam is like his debut to where he disappears afterwards. Okay. And it all started when he did Suplex City on John Cena. And then after that, it's been on and on. Every SummerSlam is always Brock Lesnar. Brock Lesnar will eventually take out Triple H, and that's the wrap.
Yeah, I think so too. Even if we're talking about young Brock or the old Brock, it doesn't matter. I mean, Triple H, we know the struggles that Triple H had against this man time and time again. And, no matter how good he is in that ring, it seems like Brock Lesnar always seems to get him. So I think Brock would have sent him to Suplex City, gave him first-class ticket, and bon voyage.
Adios. That's right. I like your style. Yes. So far, so good. I'm glad you're listening to me, Hector. I really am.
Whatever.
All right. Chris Jericho and my boy, the Mr. I broke my freaking neck, Kurt Angle. All right. I took Kurt Angle in this match.
This would have been a very, very good match.
Yes.
I mean, Jericho is a very good technician in the ring himself. You know what I'm saying? He may not have been a gold medalist in the Olympics, but he was an undisputed champion, and he knew what to do. And there's no doubt in this match that he would have put him in the walls of Jericho. But I think at the end of the day, he would have got put in that ankle lock and he would have had to eventually tap out. I mean, even if he would have tried to squirm his way and try to cheat, hold the rope, hold the tights, I think Kurt Angle would have found a way of winning this match.
Absolutely. And there goes Frank with
He
driving
just,
with no hands.
yeah, he's like, I'm
Yeah.
done. He wants a debate.
Yeah, right there. Oh, he's at a red light.
He wants a debate.
All right, last match, Seth Rollins and Edge. I'm going to tell you right now, if there's anyone that's going to win this, it's Seth freaking Rollins. Yes. That guy is a snake. They should call him a snake for what he did to Cody Rhodes. I mean, look, anything he does, the architect, he puts it just right. Rollins already defeated Edge. Why are we talking about this? He already beat him.
Well, I'm going to have to disagree with you.
Oh, here we go.
Edge is the ultimate opportunist. And yes, okay, he beat Edge, but, second time's a charm. And Edge is more of a ring technician mastermind when it comes to in-ring, deviousness than what Seth Rollins would be. Seth Rollins is still learning how to be that way, in my opinion, compared to Edge. Edge is a mastermind. That's why he's in the Hall of Fame.
If he's a mastermind, then he should have known what was coming with his Judgment Day. His mastermind failed.
But we're not talking about Judgment Day. We're talking about Summerslam match here.
Okay, what, dude? Seth Rollins defeated Edge already.
Okay, but we're talking about SummerSlam.
You must not have seen Crown Jewels when. Well, then again, Edge did beat him in Crown Jewels. All right, I give you that.
Frank, would you please interact here because he's talking about Crown Jewel, but I thought we were talking about SummerSlam.
I'm talking about SummerSlam.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah. I'm picking Seth Rollins, and I don't care.
Well, fine. You could pick Seth Rollins, but Hector picked Edge.
And so what does that mean?
It means that Seth Rollins, you're out. You're gone. Bye-bye.
You're never on my side. And there you go.
Wait a minute. Didn't Edge beat Seth Rollins at SummerSlam?
Let me go. Let me take a look. WWE SummerSlam 2021, which was last year. Edge did defeat Seth Rollins.
Okay, case closed. Thank you. Next.
Damn.
Your argument is done.
I hate you. Okay. And my bracket busted again.
Again. For the second time.
See, Frank, he didn't do his research, and it was just last year when they wrestled.
See, what happened was I had a Frank virus, and the information didn't come in quick enough. So,
yeah.
Anyways, yeah, we see. All right, hey, before I go to the last topic right here, once again, you're listening to the HHW Show podcast presented by CMG Sports. Please visit the website hhwshow.com as I posted right here. Here we go. We are live. I know it's early in the day. Normally we do it Tuesday nights, but don't worry because next Tuesday we have our special guest, Jenny Santana, in the house. But please visit hhwshow.com. All right, speaking about this, and I got to be real, man. So someone out there named Brett Ryan Gosselin, he's BRG. This guy has a theme of sweet victory. And this guy's probably one of the best heels in Northeast Wrestling. And if you want to check him out, go to highsports.com to stream it. But this guy went on social media and tried to blast me that it was a stupidity list. Okay? Listen, when you got 2 wins and 22 losses, why would you try to consider yourself top 10? Can somebody explain that to me? This guy goes there with the music, sweet victory. You know, if you don't know it, my tune is out. But go ahead and whatever audio music you listen to, put sweet victory. You'll find the music. It's an old school jam, which is pretty cool. But this guy lost. Okay, at least Hale Collins, who responded to me, accepted it. He actually told me, so the time is not now. I said, no, get yourself a rematch. Go against JT Dunn because Hale Collins lost a fatal 5-way and gave up the NEW live title. Okay. And JT Dunn won. However, he's never had a rematch. So I'm waiting for that to happen. KC Navarro, I'm gonna give you. I got 2 witnesses right now, KC. I'm sorry. I'm sorry I didn't pick you to win, but he main evented last Saturday, and he won. He defeated Flip Gordon. Everybody else, look, Keith Youngblood, he's the lost soul. Awesome gimmick. Wrecking Ball wasn't there, but point wise, everybody else just got taken out the equation, and there you have it. BRG is almost close to the top 10, but he'll jump more if he would have won. But you want to check these guys out. Brick City Boys, great tag team. But you got to give mad respect to Dan Moff, who is over 870 days as the heavyweight champion. Waves and Curls, one of the best tag teams, but they're getting their hands. I'm telling you right now, they better be careful because I think those titles might slip away with the miracle. Was it called the Miracle Generation? I might have said the title wrong, but I'm gonna definitely tune in to the next show about Northeast Wrestling as I make my prediction. So
I don't think BRG can even beat Kurt Hawkins, and we're talking about somebody who was on a big losing streak.
Whoa!
Just saying.
Was it only him that couldn't win, right?
Yeah, Kurt Hawkins could not win a match.
That's right. What about Axel?
No, at least he was Intercontinental Champion.
Oh, yeah, that's right. That's right.
But Kurt Hawkins was, I think, tag team champion at one time, but he had the longest losing streak. But I think still he could beat BRG. Talking about he want to be in the top 10.
Man, the only time that I seen him win, well, both wins were all cheating. So, no, actually, no. The second one he won fair and square. He beat RJ Rude. He's a newcomer singles competition, former tag team. But the first one he won was against Ray Jazz. He had his feet on the ropes, and the referee didn't see the feet, and he kind of 1, 2, 3, and it was a done deal. But yeah. But hey, these are the upcoming matches. Six Flags, June 18th, All Star. Pretty much is almost like all AEW there. But then the event that I'm looking forward to is July 16th. It is Heat Wave, where my boy Dan Moff will defend his title against Mr. Northeast himself, Brian Anthony. And bro, Brian Anthony's manager Vito has been on Twitter war with me too, telling me that Brian Anthony should be in the top 10. He should be number 1. He is the uncrowned champion. That's what he told me. I'm like, really? Bro, you cheated. Okay. You tried to cheat, and you still couldn't beat Dan Moff. Dan Moff put his ass to sleep, bro. Put him to sleep in the middle of the ring. I'm just saying, you got to look at that. You're going to be like, oh, damn. And Dan Moff came, and he was whipping him from the very beginning. All right? These hands, those slap chops in the chest, I don't think there's not one superstar in this world that can make it louder than Dan Moff to his opponents. Because once you slap it, you just feel it. You feel like you're getting slapped. Well, you don't need a microphone either. It's just like, the bass and everything.
I think him and Big Show will have a good competition. I think so.
That could be a good fantasy match right there.
Yeah, that'd be a good match. As far as the slap, because Big Show got a hand that looks like double the hand of mine,
Yeah.
Jesus.
My whole body. Anyways, hey, more on this, more updates on Money in the Bank and everything else that's going on. Please go ahead and check us out next week with Jenny Santana, the general manager of Ultimate Women's of Wrestling. And check out our new logo. You're going to probably see changes in our website and a fact that all over social media, our logos are being changed. So please let us know how you like our logos and stuff, because you're going to see different ones, especially in the background that I have right now, HHW show. I kind of like that one. I like it a lot. Hold on. Let me take Frank out the way real quick. See, the Hard Hitting Wrestling Show. There you go.
If you put us all to the side, people probably can see it better.
Yeah, not gonna happen. Yeah. Nah, not this time. But anyways, hey, thank you for listening to the Hard Hitting Wrestling Show. Once again, I'm Ovi Muniz, Hector Vasquez, and Frank. That's driving unsafe.
What are you
Had to
talking
be
about?
Florida,
I got my
but
hand on the wheel. I got my seatbelt on, and I am
Mhm.
allowed to talk, and I can drive. And just as long as I'm not holding my device, I'm okay. So it shouldn't be a
Yeah.
problem. I'm still focused on the road. I'm not even looking at the camera. You see, I can switch lanes. I can go
He sounds
straight.
such a little kid. I'm not looking at the camera. Wah.
I got some cheese. I got some cheese for that wine.
Well, shit.
Take care, everyone.
Next week.